real pros at this now. It's our second time. We love. This is when we just stare weirdly at the screen again for a few seconds to make sure we're actually live. See if anybody's...
Is this thing on?
Is this thing on?
Hit me.
Well, folks, we're Annie and Rod Capson. We are delighted to be hanging out on the Riverfolk Music and Arts page, streaming on behalf of this organization and all the other artists that have been performing, and we're just tickled. Natalie May was amazing, so big round of applause for that beautiful, lovely,
So cool
talented
to
young
sing
woman.
our heart out.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna try and follow that. Here we go, kiddo.
Hit it.
1, 2, 1, 2. Love hit hard like a late summer storm, sudden and furious, and then it's all over. The wind took north, the sun hopped a train, and the circus left town, singing its final refrain. Well, there at the bottom of a well-bone drive, many is a heart that fell from the sky, leaning in close for a better view, trying to join the ranks of the chosen few. That was me after you. Pretty memories, pretty memories, go quietly into the ground like pale copper wishes falling down, down. With a box of hair dye and a pair of scissors, I made some changes in the bathroom at the Motel 6. Burned all the leather and dumped the heart. They got a blue plaid dress from the Salvation Army. We had big top dreams in a pup tent world. It was just another riddle when you called me your girl. Now in search of a Greyhound bus at a truck stop with toilets that don't flush. That was you after us. Pretty memories, pretty memories, go quietly into the ground like pale copper wishes falling down, down. So you haven't heard the good news. I got a few things left to lose, like a wish or two that might come true. Oh, but close only counts with grenades and horseshoes. Guess it doesn't matter that I really loved you. The colors started falling and then blew away, and the circus left town, singing its final thanks. Thanks. I'm just imagining. We were going to have an applause button here. I have to tell you that this is one of the coolest setups we have because we are basically staring at Woody Guthrie. So it's kind of like we're performing to him because his DVD is holding the webcam. So it's very cool because we don't have to look at ourselves on the screen, but it also means we can't see you. So we are going to take a little bit of a break somewhere about halfway through our set and acknowledge all your comments, so that we hope you want to just, say hi. But we're here as a reminder on behalf of the Riverfolk Music and Arts Organization, who, like a lot of our venues right now and our presenters, are without any form of income. And in addition to the performers who perform in these venues can't exist. So, we need each other right now a lot more than ever. And yeah, that's sort of what we're feeling. We're trying to find that way that we can connect with venues and help out in that way. So make sure you click that donate button, even if you got $5 or $10 in your bank account. Well, if you've only got $5 or $10 in your bank account, maybe you want to hang on to that. But if you got an extra $5 or $10 that you feel like you can let go of, go for it. We're digging into the archives a little bit here, and we'd like to play what we call a medley of our greatest hit. Although we've had a couple of moderate hits since then. But this is the title track off our In This Town record, and it's the song we wrote when we were in Chicago, and imagining what it would be like to not ever have to drive there, ever, but also to live there. And because the traffic is insane and crazy, which it might not be so bad right now. But the town, the brownstones, we just fell in love with this Rogers Park area and the idea that you could walk everywhere. And I don't know, just for a few minutes, the idea of living among that hustle and bustle and kind of getting lost in it and starting all over again was a little bit of a fantasy. So.
Plus, we'd moved into a new house right then.
I know, it's true. So, okay, the truth is, this is really about Chelsea. There we go. And Zuzu's Cafe. Ready? 2, 4. If I lived in this town, I would frequent this cafe, and that table in the corner would be mine most every day. Eventually, I might even get to know your name. If I lived in this town, if I lived in this town, I would get myself a job tending bar at Davy's joint. I like it there, it's nice and dark, and there's a chance I'll hear you playing your guitar. If I lived in this town, in this town I could be in this town, I wouldn't think about him. 'Cause nothing here is anything at all like where I live. I believe that you would treat me better than he did if I lived in this town. In this town it would be different. In this town I'd fall in love. In this town I could be Marianne or Caroline or Isabel, and I could start all over again. Do another one, the caps. If I lived here in this town, if I lived here in this town, if I lived here in this town, I wish I lived here in this town. Yeah. So you know what the truth of the matter is? So Natalie was just talking about New Orleans, her new home, her newfound home. We are really excited that we got to go to New Orleans last January for the Folk Alliance conference that she was talking about. We're really, really bummed that we didn't get to come see her play.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah. But it was spectacular. It was such an amazing experience, and we are dying to go back. So, yeah, we're really feeling for those folks down there right now, as with everybody. And we're feeling for you, Nat, being away from your home. But hey, you're in Manchester. You know, Manchester's a pretty freaking great town, and we spent a lot of time there, which is how we got to know the
Indeed.
Riverfolk people,
Indeed.
Mark and Carol. And I mean, my goodness, you were a baby. Yes, I'm still talking to Natalie, but. Yeah, gosh, I think one of my first gigs was at the Black Sheep Tavern when it had this bar in the basement. It was back in the early 80s. Rod and I, we should get that picture.
Yeah.
We have a great picture of us.
I'll get it at break.
Yeah. I'll send him upstairs and we'll flash
The
it.
year was 1983.
We had this thing, it seemed like every gig we played, every bar we played for a while had a habit of burning down after a while. But I think the Black Sheep escaped that. I'm not 100% sure.
I think there was a fire.
I think
but
there might have been.
forget, yeah.
All right, anyways, back to the songs. This is one off of our Searching for Neverland album. It was when I was exploring my love of jazz chords and also my love of sad songs. And I decided that, the best thing to do would be to write a peppy, upbeat song about sad songs. So that's where this one comes from. One, two, one, two. Riding high on empty street, round the corner from absurd, chasing shadows, dancing in and out of sight. Warm in his old waistcoat, with a pocket full of words, just me and that old laughing moon tonight. Well, wrap me up so gently in a love that's going wrong. Heartache sure is pretty, all dressed up in a song. So suffer if you will to fill the lonely singer's well, painting watercolor sidewalks where she stands. Light superficial torches for our tragic Tinkerbell and that melancholy guitar in her hands. She'll wrap you up so gently in a love that's going wrong. Heartache sure is pretty, all dressed up in a song. Soaring to crescendo, wait for the collective sigh. Certain as the tears follow another sweet goodbye. the bell, where happy endings still depend on fairy godmother's spell. Riding high on empty street, round the corner from absurd, chasing shadows, dancing in and out of sight. Warm in his old waistcoat, with a pocket full of words, just me and that old laughing moon tonight. It's just me and that old laughing moon tonight. Oh, just me.
Just me.
And that old laughing moon tonight. Yeah, okay, so you can buy the record if you want to find out what words I forgot. That's one of those things. Speaking of records,
Speaking of Manchester,
we had ourselves a brand new CD come out,
speaking of Miss Robin Scully,
right? This album came out in September of last year. We're super proud of it. Our bandmates, Jason Denny, Ozzy Andrews, and Mike Shimon, who we really only get to put to work occasionally, once or twice a year, but
we
who
get to
is
call him a bandmate for
we
2
get
months.
to call him a bandmate. He's a spectacular drummer. Helped us make what we think is one of our best pieces of work yet. And we did just release this kind of official video of the When They Fall song, the title track of the record. We're going to play it for you now. So if you get a chance to scoot on over to YouTube, on our YouTube channel, you can see that video that took us like months and months and months to finally get around to finishing. So the quarantine has its upsides, right? I mean, I'm learning some pretty cool, fun banjo tunes because I'm not feeling quite as guilty for sitting around doing that.
I'm growing
Rod-
my hair wings out.
That's right. We're not talking about hair. But Rod's baking bread.
Oh, yeah?
He's become a baker, which, you know, these are
I
good
made
things.
a miracle loaf. It was a miracle that I made it. But
It's so
Check that
true.
load.
But trust me, I'm eating it. It's good bread. So I'm not sure I'm happy about this new habit of his. So he might have to just chill a little. Anyway,
Hit it.
this is the title track of that album. It's our ode to cities everywhere and the folks in them that get forgotten. Climbing up on the scaffolding, 200 feet off the ground, painting dreams on the side of the building, but don't ever look down. Sparrows, deserted playground, stories burst at the seams, wide open, closed to the public, on display for no one to see. The city is sleepwalking, having a ball. Denizens hide in the shadows while the kids from the burbs to the pub crawl. And there's nobody looking when they fall. up on the scaffolding, 200 feet off the ground, painting dreams on the side of the building, but don't ever look down, don't ever look down, don't ever look down. Don't look down, down. Don't look down. There you go. Thanks so much. Excuse me, water.
Can you get to it? Okay.
So should we check in on these lovelies? All right.
I think you had one more.
I think I had one more in place, but I don't know if I have to scroll through those. I don't think we're seeing all the comments. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, folks. This whole live streaming phenomenon means that there's a whole lot of music going on all over the country, all over the world, all at the same time. So we're honored that anybody is hanging out with us tonight, but we hope that you're here because it's such a great cause, this Riverfolk Music and Arts organization. We're going to
Shift gears?
shift gears. We're going to get the banjo out. So, if you got to go to the restroom or refill your
You gotta take the dog for a
beverage,
walk.
got to take the dog for a walk, but you want to leave the stream happening, that's fine. This is just a warning. This is a banjo tune that
We need a signed banjo ahead.
I know, right? This is one that I've been working on for since the lockdown, pretty much. I am a student of the Murphy method, which is Casey Henry and Murphy Henry. Murphy Henry is mom, and Casey's the daughter. And Casey does, just look them up. I could brag on them, but they have camps, and I've just learned to learn banjo by ear by going to their camps and using their DVDs and whatnot. It's mostly bluegrass banjo. But every now and then I hear this kind of really obscure tune that I've never heard of, which in the bluegrass world, that's a lot of them. But this guy, Larry Gillis, has a song out there called Trouble in the Swamp. And Casey did an interpretation of it and a lesson, and I just had so much fun with it. But it's so bizarre, and it's in this open kind of C tuning. So for those of you who are kind of banjo nuts or even tuning nuts, this is a G, C, G, and 2 C's. I might have done that. Actually, I got to credit my banjo teacher on this side of the world
That's
in Ann
mighty
Arbor.
mountainly mobile.
Al
what it
Davenport. Actually,
Big Al Davenport.
Yeah, had me drop this. So let's see if my fingers can work.
It marries well with the viola.
Anyway, it's just called Trouble in the Swamp, and I hope I can play it, and I hope you like it. And it is mercifully
Sorry,
short.
Carol.
Oh, we're having a lot of fun. Brad and I have been spending a lot of late night hours just messing around with songs, tunes, and eventually we'll get them a whole series of banjo songs. We're just going to do one.
We should just record them at 3 a.m.
Yeah, right.
Do
We
the
should
3
record them
a.m.
when we're doing
tapes.
them and put them up live. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Perfect.
We are
this
headed
is-
for
yeah.
electrics.
We're going to do a brand new song for you guys. This is one that was written. I've been doing a lot of writing, actually. So this is kind of COVID, I would say, quarantine inspired. Maybe not so much directly COVID, because it was in one of my particularly down days. We had just heard that a friend of ours had passed away, and did not pass away of COVID, but anybody who dies at this time, you know, there's such an added sadness that we aren't allowed to be together to celebrate each other's, you know, our loved ones' lives, and so yeah, it's hard, and not to get into too dark a place, but I'm gonna take us to a sadness that I feel like it's sometimes when something bad has happened to you or in your life, or you've lost somebody, and the rest of the world seems to be going on as if nothing has happened, and you know, they're all living their lives. And this particular day I was sitting in my writing desk and I was working on a song, and I was just, you know, we're all supposed to be hunkered down here in Michigan, and I recognize there's a lot of people out there who are supposed to be going into work and doing, and are necessary and doing their jobs and have to, and I'm, you know, no judgment whatsoever. But it was odd to me, and it was also when the protests were going on down at the Capitol, and I was just thinking, from my perspective, like how weird it was that my kind of rural street was so busy. There was so much traffic this particular day. I was just really kind of floored by it. But anyways, a whole bunch of feelings, like the idea that people don't always know what's going on in the hearts of others, so we need to be compassionate at all times. So,
Hit it.
well, I got to get my picks on.
Oh.
It was such a long-winded introduction. I could have been putting my picks on while I was doing
What
that.
song is it?
I know. Next. Hi, Nancy and Rolf. Yay. I don't know. You can take the mouse and scroll and see what's
Okay.
happening over there. Ooh.
Here's a scroll. I see Nancy and Rolf.
And Keith.
I
Hi.
see Paul
Thanks.
and Sammy.
Those of you who have been.
Mike Jolly.
Hi, Mike. Those
Keith
of you.
Williams.
Hi, Keith.
He likes that banjo work.
Yeah. Who else? Keith Bradley. Well, thank you for joining us again. I know that some of you guys have seen us a few times. Well, this is really only our second full live stream. But we are literally, I don't think we're repeating anything that we played on our last one, not on purpose. But we have 2 new songs for you tonight, and this is the first one. So. Oh, my D's dropped. That's right. Sorry.
Does that help?
You're a funny man, Cass. I woke up with more questions today. The answers are as clear as my blood. A friend of ours just died from the plague. Guess he got out before the flood. Cars are driving up and down the street as if everything's the same. Don't they know we're on fire? Don't they walk the same high wire? Don't they feel how much we've lost? The sun put on a show for us today, as if to say enjoy it while it lasts. The sugar maple's slow to bring her shade. The lilacs come and go way too fast. The birds are making babies and the squirrels are throwing parties in the grass. Don't they know we're on fire? Don't they walk the same high wire? Don't they feel how much we've lost? What we don't know comes with such a cost. I'm trying to remember how to pray. I've never been the one to ask for help. And if there's someone listening, they haven't answered far as I can tell. Don't they know we're on fire? Don't they walk the same high wire? Don't they feel how much we've lost? What we don't know comes with such a cost. What we don't know. I woke up with more questions today. Thanks for listening. I think we are getting to the point where we've got about 3 more songs left for you. I think I'm gonna stay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay on my acoustic for the rest of these. But I want to do a song called "Beautiful Scarecrow," and you can decide if you want to stay on that or go back to your acoustic.
All right.
So,
yeah, I'll go back to the acoustic.
so to all you folks out there who are supporting live music right now, again, thanks. And to all you beautiful venues who are offering performers opportunities like this to play in your space, thank you. I think we're streaming this live on our Annie and Rod Cap's page as well. So if there's comments going on over there, we can't see them, and I'm really, really sorry about that. But we're here for Riverfolk folk right now. And Eileen, thank you so much.
Indeed, thank you much.
For spearheading this whole thing and doing such an amazing job of, my goodness, the lineup was incredible, and we were truly thrilled to be part of it. And they're keep going. I think this is every Thursday. I don't know for how long these are going through, but I would imagine for as long as we do, as long as we can, right? So Rod and I will keep posting about whenever we plan to go live again, but we're trying not to do it too much, lest you get tired of seeing our faces. Although I do have a wardrobe full of clothes in my closet that's not getting worn, so I would change for you on a regular basis. I would wear something different.
For you.
I mean, not my
for
personality.
You.
I'm not going to do that.
It's not the kind of thing I'd usually do.
And Rod's going to start singing. Everybody get in line. See the girl with eyes that shine, and a voice that'll blow your mind. Oh, everybody take a seat. Throw your roses at her feet. Soon she may be obsolete. Oh, everybody take a seat. Come on and show her your love quickly before she's all washed up. 'Cause somewhere over the rainbow there waits another beautiful scarecrow. Oh, everybody jump on board. Offer her the world and more. Keep one eye upon the door. Oh, everybody jump on board. Come on and show her your love quickly before she's all washed up. Somewhere over the rainbow there waits another beautiful scarecrow. In a year or a moment, they won't know her name. 'Cause yesterday's darling is tomorrow's. What a shame. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Well, everybody turn around. See the man who's leaving town. In his suitcase, her crown. Oh, everybody turn around. Come on and show her your love quickly now that she's all washed up. 'Cause somewhere over the rainbow there was another beautiful scarecrow. Ooh, oh, everybody get in line. See the girl with eyes that shine and a voice that will blow your Thank you. That's my ode to all those American Idol winners whose names nobody remembers.
Are you heading for mementos?
Okay, I'm heading for
We're still
our
here.
second to last song and
Fair.
a new song of ours. This one is called Moments right now. You know, as with all of our brand new songs, the titles are kind of in flux. I'm looking for my capo. Where did my capo? Oh, there it is. And this one was kind of a result of an amalgamation of things, but I participated in a songwriting workshop run by the wonderful Jan Christ. And this was our songwriting workshop on Zoom. So it's passable, and it was pretty magical. It went over a course of several days, and with 2 sessions a day, and then you wrote in between, and you got prompts. And my prompt was Harper Lee, the author. So all of our prompts were authors. My prompt was Harper Lee. And it would take me way too long to explain to you how I got to this, but there were a lot of other things involved, and it had to do with, naming 5 songs over the course of your lifetime that have been, like your go-to songs for, just when you're in pain or when you feel like celebrating or whatever it is. And mine, of course, were all dark, and but it turns out that this is a song about kind of the fact that, and I saw this recently in another inspirational thing, that, start it start at now, I think, is something. Basically every single day is another day, another chance to start again. That, maybe you had a bad day yesterday, or even a bad moment. Every moment is a new place to begin, to start over again. And that's kind of the gist of this song. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to have a little bit of a cheat sheet just because I changed some words at the last minute. So we'll see if I actually remember them.
You want this too?
I think that's good enough. So we're going to see. Oh, that's not the right one. That would be funny, wouldn't it? All right. Let's see how this goes. 1, 2, 3. Doing cartwheels down the street, one after another, till all of his tears were gone. His two minds collided and the pain subsided, changing the road he was on. He doubled down like a clown, now he's the talk of his off the beaten path small town. Shilling for a story, digging for the glory under every single rock he found. Here's to the moments that you don't see coming. Every brush with fate, every brush with love, all adds up to something. Here's to the moments. Gazing out the window, washing up the dishes, chasing her thoughts round the yard. Like a couple rowdy kids slinging mud at each other. It wasn't supposed to be this hard. She put the needle on the record, hung on every sad word, sang herself out of the dark. Soaring to the rafters till her happy ever after stopped tugging on her ricochet heart. Here's to the moments that they keep on coming. Every brush with fate, every brush with love, all adds up to something. Here's to the moments. This moment we live in could be all that we have, till the next moment gives you your first, second chance. If that doesn't work, well, there's the one after that. Here's to the moments, long as they keep coming. Every brush with fate, every brush with love, all adds up to something. Here's to the moments that they keep on coming. Every brush with fate, every brush with love, all adds up to something. Here's to the moments. Doing cartwheels down the street, one after another, till all of his tears were gone. Yeah. Rod Cap's here, everybody.
And caps, folks.
Oh my gosh,
This
this
has
man.
been much fun.
We have one more song for you.
What are we doing?
We're gonna finish up with our song that's about escape. And don't we all just wish we could escape right now?
Oh, yes.
And I'm afraid that a lot of our songs have odes to outside and being in large crowds. So
Yeah.
this one is about dreaming, and when all else fails, like in my case, when I sit down to try and write a song and nothing comes, just get out of your own head and go do something else, in which case, take me to the fair.
Exactly. But fairs can be found everywhere.
Fairs can be found so much. Folks, I'm so grateful. I'm just going to peek down once again and just say thank you so much to all you wonderful people who are
Here
hanging
comes
out
the
with us.
scroll.
We are finishing up
Shandy.
our set. We're so grateful. I think this is going to be hanging out for a while on the Riverfolk page for sure. Come visit. Make sure you click that donate button. I haven't said that enough. I would be a lousy fundraiser for NPR. Be like, no, honey, you've got to talk about this more often. But Look, we're here for Riverfolk Arts. Actually, Rod and I are doing okay. We're fortunate that he's got a good job at the university and he's been able to work at home. I have basically been doing nothing. That's not true. I haven't. But we are so fortunate. And we just want to send our thanks out to all the folks on the front line, all the healthcare workers, all the folks who are picking up our trash, all the folks who are delivering food, who are working at the grocery stores, at the drugstores, all you folks who are doing necessary work that the rest of us need and depend on and are basically risking your lives doing it. So thank you, and thank you to you for hanging out with us. So here's to the day when we can all meet at the fair. Holding on to time gone is kind of like trying to catch a song in midair when you don't believe that it's out there. So let bygones be bygones, make way for another dawn to clean the slate and take me to the fair. We can go hang out with all the circus freaks, maybe eat some cotton candy on the tilt-a-whirl till it gets stuck in our hair. And when the moment disappears and you can't believe your ears, hey mister, have you got some time to spare? 'Cause I fell in love with time gone, how hard it can be to go on. 10 a.m. caffeine kicks in, shiny new day lies out there. Oh where has time gone? How could we have been so wrong? Just clean the slate and take me to the fair.
Play that thing, Annie. Spank it. That's right.
We can go sweet talk that scruffy man who runs the Ferris wheel. And maybe he will let us go around all night or roll away from here. And when no wayward soul replies and this old photograph relies, darling, please, the evidence is clear. And holding on to time gone is kind of like trying to catch a song in midair when you don't believe that it's out there. So let go of time gone. What's your name? It's been so long. Just clean the slate and take me to the fair. Yeah, clean the slate and take me to the fair. Clean the slate and take me. Oh, come on, to the fair. Oh, oh, ooh. Rod Caps, ladies and gentlemen.
Annie Caps, folks.
Thank you so much. Again, thanks to all the folks at Riverfolk. We are happy to have had the time with you tonight. We're so glad we had this time together. Yes, there we go.
No covers. Be well.
Oh, that's fine.
All
Take
the
care,
best.
everybody. Be safe and stay in touch. We love you. Good night.